Hey everyone, it's Anna Marls, and today I am building my dream home, which is going to be extremely modded out because I didn't want to buy more of the game because I'm cheap. So yeah, you can see that I'm just putting in the floors here and kind of dividing up the bottom room. So that's like the entryway. That's what I was going for. And let's see what's out here. I'm sectioning off like where I want the kitchen to be. That back room was going to be like the library studio space. Putting in the stairs just so everything is nice and I have like a good like groundwork for it. I went back and forth on the wall height a little bit because I wanted like as many options as I could for the windows, and then I was like, I'll decide after. And you betcha that's what I did. So yeah, this is me putting windows on the outside. Because why would you put windows on the inside? That's a good question. Yeah, and I was going to like try to stack them and be like lots of windows, but that didn't end up working. So I put them in here. This is like the I say conservatory. It's like a sunroom kind of space. My God, how many times can I stutter? And I really like the look of like black windows, like window frames, because I think it makes it look a lot more modern. And so kind of in my last build, I wanted that like British but modern Frenchy sort of vibe. And that's kind of what I went for again here because it's just my favorite, and that's what I would do in a dream home, right? Am I right? Yeah, I decided to move the stove to the other side because the counter space seemed really weird here. And I have move objects on so I can move things around. So that's how I was able to get the hood over the stove. I also really like having the idea of doors in the kitchen that lead out to the back. But I was kind of thinking of, if anyone watches Tanya Burr, in her house they have these doors going out to the kitchen, or going out of the kitchen into they live I think in a terraced home. So it's like a sectioned off little garden patio. And I like that, but this obviously wasn't a terraced home. And I don't know that my dream home is right next to everyone else. I kind of like the idea of being out by myself in the middle of nowhere with lots of trees and stuff. I think that would be the coolest. Okay, yeah, and you can see that I'm really struggling to find a window because you can't move the windows from side to side. I don't stick with this window, I don't think, because if I do, wow. I built this 6 days ago, by the way, and then I recorded a voiceover. Yeah, I changed windows. And then I recorded a voiceover and then decided, wow, this voiceover needs to be slowed down a little bit because it took me 20 minutes to make it, which is half this time. And it was moving so fast that I couldn't talk about anything because this build took me 5 hours to do, which was crazy. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I should have done more shelves, more than just those two. I should have gone all the way across above the stove. Man, I should go back and fix some of these things. I don't know. I guess I'm happy with it, obviously, because I'm posting it. But now that I'm looking back on it, I would have been maybe that could have been a cooler option. But I guess we'll never know. Okay, here's me moving on to the dining room. These are this is a mod. Those tables are a mod. A lot of things in here are a mod. I got everything off of the Sims resource, which is incredible for how many mods it has. And they're all free. You can pay more money and not have to wait 10 seconds to download everything. But I haven't done that. But I could. But I just haven't. I end up putting, yes, a fireplace in here because I just love fireplaces. Fireplaces belong in every room ever, basically. they're just so beautiful. I have a thing for fireplaces, rugs, big windows, subway tile, the color green. To do that fireplace thing, placing the art on the fireplace, which was supposed to go on the ground, I just, after I had the move objects on sheet on there, I did the like 9. I used 9 to move it up. Or 0. You used one of those to move things. And then I put a chair in the corner and a plant in the corner. And also this mirror is super cool. It's also a mod. But how cool would that be? Like, really, if you saw it. And how hard would that mirror be to install? Would you have to individually hang up like little glass shards? Or I guess like glue them onto your wall? It seems really hard to me. But I like it. I guess I felt the need to put stuff in every single corner, which is cool. And yeah, I went for like a lighter, more neutral color in this with like a lot of accents. Like the painting was an accent. Both of the paintings were. I like things with like pops of color. I'm very Pinterest inspired, which I'm sure is just really obvious. Okay, this is me moving on to the study / library. Probably they would have been like separate rooms, but I couldn't think of all the things that you would put in there. So I just left it how it was. I don't know why I'm yawning. Let's see. So obviously going with the green stuff, which was also a mod. I think the fireplace was a mod too. Those bookshelves are a mod. I mod things too much. Probably. Yeah, I feel like in a dream home, it's kind of hard to think of like, I guess the way that my apartment is right now, I have so many, I guess so little options that honestly, like, I don't want a lot in a home. Like, I just need some space. Maybe this is a lot. What are you talking about? But it doesn't really seem like crazy, like a crazy amount of stuff to get. Yeah, I thought about putting shelves above that ceiling in there, but they didn't really seem to work for me. I was gonna do like kitchen shelves. Then I didn't. But that mirror is dope. I'm pretty sure there's a YouTuber that has like that exact same mirror in their home. Poppy. I watch a lot of British YouTubers. She's not a YouTuber. Her husband is a YouTuber. It's Zoella's boyfriend's sister. That's what I'm talking about. But their homes are crazy nice, obviously. I mean, yeah, and then I add more bookshelves on the other side. My idea was to do like those really dark libraries that you see on Pinterest. I have pinned probably like 40 different ones. And yeah, and you can see that I'm like really into mixing rugs and being real cool with my rugs. I put 2 chairs in there because I was like, oh, if it was me and Weston living here, we stream together, so we need 2 chairs because I'm practical. And it's so cool that I was able to put stuff on these bookshelves because at first I was like, this is gonna look really stupid, just like empty bookshelves. But I found a way, and not I found a way, it was just I just looked up objects and started putting them on there. A lot of them are kind of the same objects, just repeated, because, I mean, there aren't a lot of, I guess, different, wow, this is so annoying that I keep yawning. There aren't a lot of different objects. I mean, there are, but how many of them are going to fit on a bookshelf? And then I think I also add in a ladder. Yep. Nope, that's the pool ladder. But I do find a ladder that I got, and I put it in there. Yeah. I think that makes it look more full. Yes, and I have a thing for candles. And I don't know if I could have lit that fireplace. I feel like, I'm sure I could have, but I don't know. All right. I think that I have a tendency to do like objects and then lights and then paint. Is that the order that other people go in? Because I really want to know. Yeah, and I tend to put in that subtly softer light because it has the best looking light. Also, the hand painted paint is so pretty. It is super pretty. Wow, I don't feel like I have a lot to say about these. Honestly. It's kind of fun to just like watch what you do. If that makes sense. I'm sure that, how could that not make sense? Yeah, I was trying out a bunch of different woods. It's kind of hard for me to pick them sometimes because I like so many. But I end up changing the main wood color. It ends up looking different. I also don't stick with that door because it ends up not matching the rest of the place. And whenever you put those two pieces of furniture next to each other, they change colors. So I replace it with just one. Wow. My yawning is crazy. And of course, you gotta get those plants in there because you gotta make it look happy and airy and fun. And I also put did I stick with the coat rack or did I take it down? I thought I had a coat rack up there. Maybe it disappeared whenever I hung it up because of the walls. Yeah, see, I changed the floors to something a little lighter. Because I like, yeah, something a lot lighter. I think that looks better. Oh, and I go darker. I think in a lot of rooms I have some rooms that are really dark, but they at least have a lot of windows, so it kind of evens out. And then other rooms that are really bright. I spent a lot of time on the bathroom, I feel like, because I just couldn't pick things. And I couldn't figure out, unless you put the walls all the way up, you can't place the toilet paper right next to the toilet, which is strange to me. But I ended up like moving this whole room after I finished because I realized that I have nowhere to put the living room that makes sense. So, if it really counts as a living room, I guess it does, because it's got a couch or two and a TV, which I think is what makes a room a living room. Probably a lot of people don't think that. A lot of people don't have TVs in their living room. You know, actually, I don't have a TV in my living room. I use my TV as my monitor. We have this ginormous standing desk, and we put the TV on the desk and hooked it up to the computer. So we don't actually have a TV, like, functioning as a TV. Whenever we watch stuff, we watch it in here at the desk. Kind of like the way that people do with their, like laptops. People watch Netflix and stuff on their computers. And that's basically the same. Yeah, I initially put this really deep mustardy yellow color on the wall. And I kind of wish that I would have stuck with it, but I felt like it didn't match the vibes of the rest of the bathroom. Also, these cabinets all look like they're different colors, even though they're not. They really are all the same color. It just happens to look like that because of all the different objects on it. The candles really mess up the lighting of it. But it's okay. Also, that mirror is super cool, and I would love to have a mirror that looked like that. It's like this Art Deco mod. I guess sometimes I think about how I would categorize my tastes in different, like, interior design things. Like, what is it that I pull from? Also, sometimes I really wish I was an interior designer, because I think I could be pretty good at it. I mean, I guess you guys would be able to tell better than me. Like, after looking at this, like, do I even have a shot at this? at this career change that I guess I'm looking at. I'm just kidding. I'm not looking at a career change. Because that would be crazy. But it would be pretty cool. I've thought about doing like vlogs of whenever we're finally able to move out of this godforsaken apartment. I think it'd be pretty cool to show like us decorating it and do kind of like a house tour thing. See, that's like why I'm really into lifestyle vloggers. Even though I also like games. It's just hard for me to decide what I want to do because I have so many interests. Sometimes I have so many things that I want to do that I get overwhelmed and I don't think I do any of them. Like, it took me so long to come back and re-record this because I just started thinking about all these other things that I wanted to do and I was like, maybe I should do those other videos instead of this one. Like, I bought this face mask and I said, that would be so cool to like try it out. Because it's pretty weird. It's like, it's kind of weird. It's like a weird Korean face mask. And I thought it'd be cool to try out. And then I just didn't. I just haven't. I mean, I have it still. I should probably just do what I want, right? It's my life. Don't you forget. Also, yeah, see, this is... I was having some issues with this wall right here. And also, this window seems really strange to me. And I ended up putting these curtains over it. And I don't think that it would really make sense in a realistic house. Like, why would you have giant windows on the front of the house into a bathroom? Am I right? That was a really weird decision that I made. I'm sure it's fine. Maybe I really wouldn't do that, but it's okay. Also, that couch that's in there in that sunroom is really supposed to be like a sectional, but I broke it up because I like the idea of having like a chaise. Is that how you say that? A chaise? Lounge? Chaise? Words. Okay, and this living room, I tried with the big rug. In the end, that rug was way too big. And the colors weren't working because I really wanted that settee. Wow, I do not sound very smart doing this. Apparently, I don't know what words are. Is it a settee? 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 Why furniture pieces have such weird names to them? But yeah, I really wanted that little piece of furniture. And I couldn't get things to look right without them looking like too neutral. So I replaced it with these like 3 miniature rugs. In the end, spoilers. Yeah, and then I put a little furniture stand up there. Because I thought it needed, yeah. What am I saying? Thought it needed something. Wow, I'm like really mesmerized by my process. Also, in my dream house, I do not think I would go for a really big TV still. I just think TVs are so obnoxious sometimes. Like, why do we need that? It's too big. But I think that's a good size. I think that it'd be fun. Okay, does anyone get ready for Christmas? Like, not like, oh, haha, it's September, now I'm ready for Christmas. But like, it's April. Can we get on with this? Can we get on with the rest of the year? Because that's really how I feel. And I think that it would be really fun to, once it's Christmas time, do like a Christmas do-over of this. And fall. I have a lot more ideas for videos when it comes to the fall and Christmas. But this is pretty cool too. I mean, I do like this. This is neat. I think everything is turning out really swell. Swell. And I once again really like the green. I feel like you can see that I really like greens, oranges, neutrals, blacks. Oh yeah, and I decided to do a patio out on both of, I wanted a balcony, I guess not a patio, a balcony on both of these. So I put those in. Yeah, I ended up going for the metal because it was black. I guess I really like the color black. Oh, and the top floor of this, once I put all the walls in it first, it looks like a total mess, like a disaster. So you'll just have to bear with me. It does not stay looking that bad. I just couldn't decide, like, where do I want the closet? How big do I want this bedroom? Where should I put the bathroom? I knew that I wanted the bathroom, the master bathroom, over the kitchen. But it was just really hard for me to think of how I wanted the space to look. But I figured it out eventually. We just have to be patient. It'll get there. Yeah. There it goes. Looking closer. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the master bathroom, even though it may not make a lot of sense. Not bathroom, bedroom. Even though some people might look at it and be like, that is not like a cool looking space. Also, I don't know that I'm like real content with how those windows turned out. But I guess it's okay. It's still got that open vibe, and you get the idea. I also thought that'd be cute to like mix how these were all put together, these little poster-y painting things in the corner to give it a little something, something. Know what I'm saying? That bed is also a mod, the bed and the nightstands. So are the windows. The piano isn't. I did look for other pianos, but I couldn't find any that were like not really weird. One of them was like really floral-y. And like I'm okay with florals in very small quantities. I like real flowers, but like the floral print all over a house doesn't really do it for me. But yeah, I throw in lots of plants because plants make a space, even though I have one plant in my apartment. It's a little bonsai. It's very cute. We've had it since like August of last year, and it's miraculously survived. But I guess bonsais aren't that hard to keep alive, probably. But it's really cute. We got it for like $5 at Walmart, and it really looks good. Also, I think that in like real houses, I like trim, like on the walls and stuff. I especially like my husband really disagrees with me, but I really like the kind of not gold, the like ornate crown molding and like ceilings that have a lot of detail in them. If they're like white, you know what I mean? Like they can't be colored or anything. But I feel like it's not, like you can't find anything like that in The Sims that I've been able to find. Maybe like if I got that Wimbledon, is it Wimbledon? I feel like that's the tennis tournament. You know, the like fancy British looking expansion pack. Like that would look pretty cool. Like they might have some stuff like that. I feel like that is probably the mod that is meant for me. Yeah, so I put in some art and stuff in a closet. Yes, I did. And I put in this leaning mirror because I'm like, if I was ever to be a lifestyle vlogger, I would want a giant mirror in my closet to like take my pictures in. And I wouldn't really want a mirror in the bedroom. Other than I do have one on the wall, I think. I guess I wouldn't want like a really big mirror in the bedroom. Yeah, and then I moved on to the master bathroom. I changed stuff around a lot. I had a hard time deciding exactly what I wanted. So it's kind of like a long process. Everything Except for, I think the bathtub kind of ends up in the same spot, but moved over. But yeah, lots of stuff end up changing. I guess no, this is pretty close. I figure myself out. I get myself. And I also think that if it was an actual house, I would not have done such mixed lighting colors. Like, the color temperature of the lights is really different. But, I mean, you can't really change that when you're building, especially. I think you could change it on the saucers in-game. Which is kind of cool. I feel like you can do, like, blue and red light. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but you can. Yeah, and then I went for this Art Deco mirror again because it is so cool to me. And I got on that gold accent bandwagon. You better believe it. I am all about it. This is me trying to figure out what can I do for a vanity. Because I like the idea of having a vanity, but I'd want it in the bathroom. The master bathroom, I think. Also, I think that I would maybe want, like, a little storage space. I was having a hoot trying to figure out how to put this vanity in here. But I think that I would want, like, some storage space kind of near the bathtub so I could figure out exactly, like, so I could have bath products and beauty products, like, right next to the bathtub. Because walking to the other side of the bathroom would just be too hard. Be too much. That was sarcasm. I realized how ridiculous I was sounding. Oh yeah, I went for dark colors again. Except for in the tiny little toilet space, I go with a white subway tile because I can just imagine that you would feel a little bit like you were dying if you were inside of that tiny little room. But I want the bathroom to be separate from the... Wait. Okay, I want the toilet to be separate from, like, the bathing space. Because I want the main bathroom part to feel, like, as clean as possible, if that makes sense. Because right now, in our bathroom, it's, like, really hard to keep it looking right. Feeling right. Like, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. It just sometimes grosses me out that our tiny bathroom has a toilet so close to the place where you get clean. I just need some space. Okay, yeah, now I'm gonna fix all this other space that was just kind of a disaster. So yeah, there's a bath. Bedroom is the big space. Bathroom is the small space that the shower and toilet are going in. It's wild. I went with the same corner thing. No, I don't end up going with that same corner thing. I end up moving it because I realized I am putting this together exactly how I did the other one, but different. Exactly, but different. I'm smart. I have smart words. Let's just watch me change all my mind. Oh. My sister's texting me because we're going to get Mexican food. Because of Easter. I'm recording this on Easter. We're not getting Mexican food because of Easter, but it happens to be Easter. And we happen to be going out and getting Mexican food. I feel like I should tell her yes. Yes. I did it. I told her. Yeah, okay. Now I'm moving on to the smaller bedroom, the second bedroom, which is like the guest bedroom. Because I just always think that it is nice. I mean, I would ideally like to have a spare bedroom for people to come stay in. Like, I could finally have my little sister come visit me. If it sounds like I'm, like, really whiny about my current apartment, I'm really sorry. We've just been, like, living here for almost 2 years, and we've had a lot of issues with it. And we can't break our lease without having to pay a lot of money. So we're just sticking it out. Even though now I could afford a nicer apartment. Which is maybe personal and nobody needs to know that, but I already said it. And I'm not going to take it out because I don't want to re-record this for the second time. Third time. I guess I don't want to record for the third time is what I'm trying to say. But I can't say words. Right now, this space looks like so bland. Like crazy white. I changed some stuff though. It doesn't stay like this. See, now it's really dark and it's perfect. I'm just kidding. It does stay like pretty neutral in colors though. I say, as you see, red, purple flash up on the walls. I do end up going with like a really, like neutral sort of thing. But with the dark floors and the like bluer toned walls, I think that it is okay. It's not just like, oh, look, a white room. I also think that this might have been inspired by this guest bedroom that my mom had at a previous house, except for the walls were like a darker blue there. But now that I'm looking at it, that is kind of the vibe that I'm getting from it, especially with the yellow on the bed. I decided I didn't know what to put here, so I was like, I'll do another little sitting area, and that will be cute. Because I guess it would be. I mean, multiple spaces to hang out. I don't know. What would you guys have put in an extra space? All I can ever think of, because I have a lack of, like, I mean, it's not that, like, I'm not creative with the space, which I guess I maybe am not, but it's just that I don't feel like I need a lot in a house. But I made it so big that I was trying to fill in these holes. I was like, what could I put here? So I did another seating area. Then obviously added more windows. Windows are bomb. Oh, do I end up replacing that wallpaper? Or the paint color because the stuff intersecting with it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. See, because like if you're doing really tall windows in a Sims home, you can't do the trim. Maybe like trim and tall windows just aren't meant to be. They just don't go together. That's just a thing in homes. Yeah, so you can see that I'm putting down the floor on these balconies. I think that they end up looking really nice. Like, I would like to hang out on them. They're really similarly decorated because they have the same rug and the same floor. And the same chairs, but different colors. But I mean, you get the idea of them. They're not supposed to be like super fancy. Like, what a unique little living space. Just, they're supposed to... Wow, I'm yawning again. They're supposed to be like, well, for the master bedroom, like something that you could go out and like have your coffee on in the morning. Although I don't know why you wouldn't go sit in the sunroom, because by the time you go all the way downstairs and make your coffee, you'd have to come all the way back upstairs to go outside on the balcony. I don't know. Maybe like when it's storming, you could like throw open the windows and it'd be like super relaxing. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, I was trying to figure out if I should put something there because it looks weird with that beam right there. But the beam makes sense, but all of those things I thought looked really silly. So I didn't want to put them up there. Maybe expansion packs have better options for those. If they do, that'd be pretty cool, because I'm not a big fan of those. Oh, and here I'm putting on the roof. And I kind of struggle with roofs. I think that it turns out okay. But, I don't know, the first time that I built something and I was trying to put the roof on, none of it looked right to me. So, I mean, I take a while with these, I feel like. I get there eventually. Roofs are interesting. They're very fascinating. Then I realized that they were like intersecting. And then my husband came in later and pointed out that they were like really weirdly intersecting and like coming off on certain parts. So I end up changing them. Especially once I extend the front porch part of it. Like over the top of it. I mean, you'll see. You'll see. And yeah, I didn't want anything hanging over the, what am I saying? Oh, hanging over the balconies. I didn't want things hanging over that, so I didn't do that. But, I mean, under, it was good. It made sense. Except for on that very back one, I wanted that to feel more open. Yeah, and then I went crazy with these vine mods, which I think you can also only get in that British expansion pack that I can't remember the name of. I'm sure it's not Wimbledon. That doesn't seem right to me. Wimbledon? I don't know. I want to look it up. It's fine. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out these. I mean, I think they end up looking pretty good. They're like labeled like inside corner, outside corner, wall, vertical. So, I mean, I figured it out. Like, am I gonna be able to fix that? Why did I end up leaving that hanging over? That doesn't look right. Oh yeah, and then I decided I needed to get rid of one of those. Yeah. Yeah, see, like I had to replace the door because it just looked really silly. And then I added a front porch. And then I didn't know what to do with this roof thing. And I thought that looks stupid. So I replaced it with a bathroom. I'm just like, you know what? I will just make a new bathroom space. I'll change out how the bathroom looks. There we go. I think that I prefer how the bathroom ends up looking. I think it's okay. Oh yeah, except for then I have to change something else on the floor plan. Can you imagine having a giant couch in your bathroom? I put a bench in there because I saw someone on Pinterest have a bench in their bathroom, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Also, if anyone knows where to find like lots of different art for The Sims that you can hang over the walls, let me know. Because I was looking on the Sims resource and I was having a hard time finding enough. Like it was coming up with, I mean, like if you type art, it's too generic of a word. And it comes up with stuff that isn't actually like art. And paintings, all the ones that the majority of the ones that I were finding were like Sims repaintings. Maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough or I gave up too quick. Yeah, I went for that double vanity live. Because people like that, right? In their houses. Yeah, I had to like size that down and then add in a roof on the back. And I couldn't get them to match up right. It was okay. I'm sure like you can't really tell. Also, I feel like maybe I could have just added like tiny little roofs out at the top. But I don't know that I would have been able to get them situated right. It's okay. It happens. Oh yeah, and then we went to landscaping because that matters. I don't think I landscape a lot actually. But I'm like, yeah, I could add like a little fountain here. That'd be pretty cute. And then I did the trim to kind of match it. And then put some lily pads in. I think it's pretty cute. And then I just do like landscaping on the front part because you need flowers. And I changed the color of the grass because I thought the grass was a little crazy. Yeah, so I guess I skipped over all my screen, or all my putting the flowers in. So yeah, you can see that I added flowers. I mean, I think it looks pretty cute. So let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. What you would have done differently. What rooms your dream house would have included. What rooms other than like a library and like extra bedrooms would you put in? Because I really don't know. So thank you. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And you can check me out on Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!